Hi there, Serial Trader here. Let's check in with weed, as it just seems to go up almost 10% every day. Now obviously, that's not going to be sustainable for an indefinite period of time, but and that being said, today I actually took some profit off the table, and then obviously with the intention of buying in on some sort of consolidation or pullback, which seems due pretty soon here. Although that doesn't mean that it's not going to keep going up before it happens. I mean, it's the same as when you're trying to pick a bottom. You don't know. I mean, you might know it's getting pretty close, but sometimes it can still surprise you how far it goes after it looks extended. Either in this case to the upside or to the downside when you're trying to bottom fish. But that being said, I never feel bad about taking a large profit, and that's certainly what took place here. So it looks like we have a big gap up here on weed, but to me it's an illegitimate gap, and I'll explain why. Because the Canadian markets were closed on Monday for a national holiday, but the interlisted ticker for weed, which is currently TWMJF, okay, on the OTC market in the US, it traded during that holiday yesterday, and you can see that by this price bar right here, preceding this price bar. So really, I just kind of use this to fill in the blank as to what should be on this chart. To me, this isn't a true gap, since this other chart, has price data in that range that this one does not. But that's just kind of my 2 cents on that. Normally, this gap would look like, possibly if we had a breakaway gap down here, which we clearly did after the resulting price action, this could be an acceleration gap, and then possibly quite a bit more upside. But because it's not a legitimate gap using this TWMJF chart, I'm not going to consider it one at the moment. So at this point, if you're long weed and you haven't taken profit yet, I'd probably recommend to do so, because despite me, inevitably having this fifth wave going above the previous high of 44, which, I mean, clearly it's going to happen. It's already gotten to 39.50 at the high there in just a few trading sessions here. Pretty impressive. And the only resistance we have left is basically the all-time high, and we broke this little resistance level, which was at 39.09. So, I mean, let's say you have some sort of just to do a little potential wave count. So off our E-wave bottom, you have some sort of a move like this. We're coming up in a third. You're still going to need a 4 or 5. Let me just drop the degrees down here. Something like that. You're still going to need it to unfold in this kind of structure. So whenever this 3 finishes, and it's clearly a third wave. I mean, third waves are always the easiest to identify because they're just almost vertical, whether it's up or down, in this case up. And they often have price gaps in them, and ding, 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 we have all those things. And, okay, so daily RSI also, getting overbought. We're up near 80 almost. And that doesn't mean sell, but we're also very far above the T line. And, whether it goes up another 10% tomorrow or 15% or whatever crazy number it does, it will have a, healthy pullback, healthy consolidation. And at that point, I'll be looking for a corrective pattern, as I always do, for another entry to join the next up wave. Never feel bad about taking money off the table before the move is done, because first of all, you're rarely going to actually nail tops and bottoms. It's a fool's game trying to do that. You're not going to do it consistently, I assure you. And it's just better to be out a little early than too late, and just take that from experience. I've been there both ways, too early and too late, and guess what? Too early is a lot better. But that being said, let's just show why I got out where I did. I'll just drop it down to 15-minute. Let's go bars. So, intraday, I saw this happen. We had this, this is the beginning of today's trading. We had this move up, rejected off the highs, came up, failed to make a new high, and then started coming down. And as soon as we got above that 15-minute T line, I was starting to get concerned. So I pulled out. And then, of course, it found a bottom later on during the trading session, and then we're actually going up now. Going to make a new high, obviously, or in the process of making new highs. But that's okay. Again, better too early than too late. And TWMJF, as you can see, just basically a mirror image of weed. The chart might be just a little less tidy because it's less liquid, at least at the moment. I suspect once this gets uplisted and trades on NYSE under CGC, it might have comparable volume, possibly even higher volume, depending on how much interest it gets in the US. But yeah, I just want to point that out. I don't think I've shown the two charts side by side before, but they're essentially the same thing. Obviously, this is denominated in Canadian dollars, and this is denominated in US. Therefore, you have those pretty significant nominal price differences thanks to the large exchange rate there. I think I'll wrap it there. Good for now. Again, hopefully some people out there have been able to get something out of this trend so far. It's certainly been a great trade, and I expect it'll have more opportunities as time goes on here as well. And right now, my game plan is just await consolidation after it finds a top and then re-enter. All right, Serial Trader signing off.